Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lost in Talks podcast, episode 59. It's been a few weeks since we did one of these last. We took a little break. Do we have the new logo up and running on this one?
It's possible.
We might have a new logo, an intro or whatever. At this point, we may not. But either way, if it's not here, it's coming. Yeah, we're handling business, chilling, doing shit. But before we get to that, how's everybody feeling tonight?
I just crushed some Osmos, and you know how when you crush a large Osmos, you feel a little sluggish in your stomach, you know. But other than that, I'm pretty blessed. Yeah. We had a good somewhat of a relaxing 2 weeks off in a way. It wasn't really an off, but we were stuck at home because we had the quarantine for about 14 days, a little less than 14 days. But I'm well rested, back to work pretty much. This week's been good so far.
How about you, Kevin? How you feeling, yo?
Yeah, another lockdown, but
yeah,
it is what
we're gonna
is.
get into that.
We'll get into that.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't feel like much has been affected. So
yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I thought the lockdown was gonna come sooner.
Yeah,
to be honest,
yeah.
like they were saying the fall, so I was thinking like October. I didn't think it would be so close to Christmas.
Yeah, I feel like they should have done it, end of October, and we would have maybe come out of it now, or we would have been about to come out of it.
Yeah, but then again, we can get into it later. But what were you gonna say?
I'm saying the same shit. I'm just chilling, bro.
Yeah,
I'm chilling, sluggish as well. Kind of tired. Weather's been gloomy, so I'm kind of in my feels. The blue, gray outside. It's raining today. And it's not even like a good rain. It's just that fucking.
It says disgusting.
Just that extra wet shit.
Yeah.
That little mist shit, which makes it so much worse. Cause it just gets into all the little crevices on your face and your clothes. And everything's just extra wet.
It's pretty nasty outside.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good outside, but we're here. We're surviving. Let's start off with the lockdown though. So we just got put into, or at least Toronto and Peel.
Yeah. So I
got put into another lockdown, and yeah, man, I don't know.
For 28 days.
28 days until
minimum,
until like the 20th or 23rd or something like that of December.
It would take us pretty close to Christmas, like about
I think
the same week of Christmas.
Last time they said that it was like 28 days, and I think they extended it for a couple more weeks after that. But
yeah. I mean, maybe
it was an extra month or something. I think the lockdown started in March, like mid-March, and I think things started opening back. Didn't that just keep
getting pushed back
in
for
like May
months?
something? I think May shit started opening up again, kind of, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
hard to remember.
All I remember is just going outside again.
Yeah.
There was a point where people were just like, all right.
Yeah.
yeah, and we started doing.
I think it was literally when the weather started getting nice, mans were like, all right, yo, like it's time, bro.
And we started doing the pod on Zoom, and then we stopped and went back to this. And if you notice, we're doing it normal during the lockdown because we're kind of sick and tired of this shit.
Yeah.
So, and
it's like a different type of lockdown. I feel like
the
big thing with this lockdown is nobody understands it. Mm-hmm. So everyone's just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah, because when the first lockdown happened, coronavirus, it was pretty new.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was pretty high. It was a new thing a couple months in, and people were a lot more afraid.
Yeah.
I think now we've adjusted to this.
Why is she bent like that?
I got some Dragon Ball Z in the background.
Yeah, I got the Broly going on.
Or Dragon Ball Super, I should say.
This green baddie.
I lost my train of thought.
But yeah, no. It was hot on the block. So we were all kind of worried. Nobody knew what was going to happen to them if they went outside and did certain shit. Yeah, you got to pay attention. Yeah. You can't get distracted by the back us twice.
Why are they doing that though? I love that angle, yo.
It's a great angle.
That's a great angle too.
I don't want Frieza's dick. I don't want
Frieza's cock, bro.
But no, it was early. It was hot. Nobody really knew what was really going on. So everyone was like, all right, whatever. We don't mind shutting up and following the rules for a couple months if that means the betterment of mankind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now since we've definitely I think we're a little more like, why is this happening?
Yeah, I mean, we've had enough time to see how it's or not how it spreads, but you can kind of see the statistics. Like, okay, yeah, large gatherings are obviously getting it.
Yeah.
Whereas, and like more people close together.
But the restrictions that were placed on this second lockdown are not really. I don't think they're helping in slowing it down that much.
I mean, like I just passed by my old school like today, and just bare. It's looks,
open.
Yeah, it just looks like
so
regular.
Schools are still open.
Yeah,
and there's no way of they haven't figured out a way to make schools that safe, and that's a big argument with the government here in Ontario. Like people are saying, well, schools are not that safe in terms of like they're super spreaders, right?
Yeah.
But why are we shutting down small businesses like that, are dying, like they're slowly dying, like we're expecting 30% or something like that to not open back up after this second lockdown, and it's not good. But these like small businesses are not super spreaders, they don't house mass amounts of people in one spot. And I don't understand why.
And Walmart right beside it is a super spreader, and it's like essential, and
it's now because they have a grocery store is essential. They got that loophole. Costco too, but
I feel like even it's just like big box stores are still allowed to be open too, right? So even if it's not like grocery, like you can.
Mark's open.
Mark's is doing pickup.
Yeah,
that's different.
You can't go inside though, right?
You can't go inside.
Canadian Tire is open.
Yeah, see, like there's some big like
they weren't open in the first
box,
one,
right? Those are what like you can still shop in those places.
Canadian Tire was closed the first lockdown. The second one they're not.
But they closed late. I remember that because they were trying to figure out something.
Yeah, it's just but when you close down these small businesses, right? Everyone's gonna flood to the big box because those are like the only options right now. So now you're gonna have Walmarts and Costco's being even more busier, right? And then it's just like why can't all these smaller businesses stay open with precautionary things like put in place, like I mean most of these smaller places, like you're even like your barber, I mean how many people are really in there at a time?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could easily say 2 people at a time.
Yeah.
Why is that? How is closing them down going to stop, like prevent COVID from spreading any more than it already is?
Yeah,
It's not. It's really not. And I want someone to prove me wrong, because I don't believe that these small businesses are what's causing massive spread. It's stuff behind the scenes. It's those large social gatherings. It's people who live in large households naturally. If one person gets sick in a household of 5, the odds of all 5 people getting sick are higher.
Yeah.
Which just boosts the numbers like crazy.
Yeah.
Right. So
I guess it just comes down to the economy too. Like they just it must be that, right? Like they just assume that these big box stores will like support the economy more than like local business.
But that's so snake if when you word it like that.
Yeah.
That's basically like, and I hear people saying this, like basically the elimination of the middle class.
Yeah.
There's some truth to that. Yeah, there's some truth to that,
Yeah, this is another joke everyone's been saying is, why is McDonald's open but not the gyms? Shit like that. This makes you question the decisions of the people that are supposed to be our leaders.
Yeah, the gyms are another thing that can do it right. You can allow like 10 people in at a time and do it in a way where everyone's pretty spaced out, and you have to wear your mask at all times when working out, because a lot of people don't want to work out with a mask, and I understand that. Even from my perspective, I don't like running with a mask on. But if I had to do that to be allowed to go to the gym, I'll do it, because I'll compromise. It's fine. But I really don't understand why small businesses are being attacked, and when we can definitely do it right. And I don't know why. And all these the big box stores are going to benefit, right? Amazon, I'm not going to be surprised if Amazon has some of the best numbers this Christmas ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever. Because think about it. All malls are closed.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers gonna buy. I'm probably gonna be guilty of it. I'm gonna go buy on Amazon.
Yeah, my mom's been already spazzing on the Amazon, and I was like, "Yo, you should have did that earlier in the year with the rest of us." Like, now this just looks bad.
Yeah.
Like I've been taking apart myself and like just trying to make sure I don't go to Loblaws or Walmart anymore, as convenient as it is, and instead go to just my local fucking grocery store, just because I'm just like, fuck it, like the local grocery store is closer, but.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need for me to support Walmart and Loblaws anymore. Yo, those guys are blessed. They're not the ones stressed about rent. They're not stressed. Even the fucking Bay hasn't paid rent
Yeah,
since the
yeah,
shit started.
seen that, yeah.
And they're open.
And they tried to finesse. You hear about they tried to finesse the Queen Street one. Tried to finesse with the little grocery section.
Oh,
to
really?
Stay open. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that.
So they have on the lower level of the Queen Street. You know the Queen Street.
Yeah, the main
bay
one.
by the one by Eaton Center. Yeah, they have now a little grocery section. And apparently it's not even open yet. It just exists. And because of that, they tried to do the whole loophole and stay open because they now sell groceries. Right? And then, they tried and they were open for a day. And everyone's like,
That's
what the fuck?
crazy.
Like, you can go in, get some jeans and Levi's and shoes and shit.
Yeah.
And then it didn't last. They got closed down. But they tried to pull a fast one there. That was kind of fucking stupid, but...
I just don't know, man. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, what is this supposed to help? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a single one of these Walmarts has a problem. How many people were in that Walmart that day?
Exactly.
You know, and you're shutting down a Walmart now in a main area.
All it takes is one cashier, you know, to have it, and they have touched every motherfucker's food going through that line.
All day long.
You know, and then tracking that is brutal. So it's just
Probably a couple days because it probably isn't a detection right away.
Or you have somebody that's doing self checkout that has it, and they're on that machine. Now everybody that comes to that machine is getting fucked up somehow or some way.
My point is, you either close everything, which I don't recommend either, or you keep a lot of things open, like stuff that can manage small amounts of people.
Yeah. And
do it in a good way. And do it in a good way.
We restrict certain things.
I get it. I get why bars need to close. I get why clubs, obviously, concerts and sporting events need to not happen right now. I understand why. That is mass gatherings where people are shoulder to shoulder and there's no way of social distancing.
Even though I will say I miss getting to a nice mosh pit.
Don't get me wrong.
I think concerts is the one thing I miss the most. Just going to a show.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't give a fuck.
A lot of
about
people do.
bars. I don't give a fuck.
A lot of people do.
Sporting events.
And bars were doable until, now we're in Canada where it's freezing cold. So it's not, it's a little trickier to do it now with the patios. But I think like 90% of things can remain open. It's just, I don't understand. Like, we're fucking everyone over with this. I mean, it's bad.
Yeah, definitely. Did you guys hear about that what's the place called? Adamson's Barbecue?
Yeah, the dude who,
This guy, he made a post on Facebook yesterday. He owns this barbecue spot, and he made a post on Facebook yesterday, and he's like, yo, we're opening.
He's like, fuck you, I'm
He's
opening.
like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, I'm opening tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do this shit
It was
anymore.
packed, right?
Yeah, and
it was
people
like
were there today, and no mask. Everybody's just chilling.
Yeah, people were there.
Eating
and
ribs.
he got shut down.
Yeah, and he said, fuck it, I'm opening tomorrow. Like, the police came by. And
He did it again?
Yeah.
Did
No,
he
it was
do-
today. Today was the day. He opened today.
Oh.
They closed him today, and he said, I'm opening tomorrow. But they already gave him his closure, but he's like, I don't care. Like, I'm opening
Yeah,
tomorrow.
they said if he opens again, then they'll fine him, and then the people who go to it.
Yeah.
So
People are gonna go either way, and a lot of people are supporting him and backing him up. And I completely understand where he's coming from, but he's acting a little wild, in my opinion.
But I think there's a part of that where that's a publicity stunt, but that's just me.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like, he got a bunch of free press.
And the man, and let's be real, the man's white, so he's just whenever the white man is sick of something, he's just gonna do it. Like,
Facts.
if it was a black dude or a brown dude or anybody else, they would have got beat up, bro.
Oh yeah.
They would've got shit
You wouldn't
stomped
have heard
out
the
of them.
story.
Yeah, exactly.
The body cam evidence would have been just missing, bro.
Yeah, it's just fucking.
Sorry, the cam went into some barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I just. And we went to the United States, and I mean, we weren't really in the city, but it's just over there is so lax.
They're chilling, bro.
But like, I don't know, like, and you guys can disagree or whatever. A part of me is like, is that okay? Like man's gotta eat, yo, because like the economy is important too, but people's health are important. It's a tough conversation.
Yeah. I mean, we can't go full American because
that's a little too much, right?
Then the whole country would be infected if we.
Then that's a problem.
Yeah.
Then you need a big ass lockdown.
Yeah, I mean, you hear how they're trying to do football games again with like 15,000 people,
bro. They've been
in a stadium.
They've been doing
holds,
them.
Yo, they've been having bare fucking people.
I've been looking at those. I've been looking at the highlights, and I'm like,
but everyone's really spread out.
minute.
Everyone's really
not
spread out.
really. Like,
well, they're putting like 15,000 people in a stadium that holds like 80,000. So it's like, and then you're really spread out, but you're still in an area of 15,000 people. That's a lot of people still, right?
Exactly.
You know. So I don't know if I'd ever go to that, but that they're doing it. They're doing it. You know, maybe they are a little too lax, but at the same time, I understand why some of the governors did what they did. You know, a lot of people's livelihoods are getting fucked up too hard, and they gotta find some sort of balance. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough.
I don't know.
It's a tough conversation to have.
I'm genuinely just worried about small business owners, middle class mainly, and even the people that are just even the lower class, the people that are having a hard time getting jobs or getting hours at their jobs.
The lower class is obviously more likely to catch it as well, because we're people who are lower class are going to be out in the field more, working in factories, working in blue collar jobs that require you to be around other people and require you to not really social distance as much, where a lot of white collar people who make more money, they're able to work from home. You know, a lot of these businesses downtown, all the businesses downtown offices and stuff closed, and they're all working remotely. Actually though, but they're not anymore. You know, a lot of those a lot of offices downtown are allowed to open again. So why the fuck is a small store on Queen Street not allowed to open? Why is the fucking office allowed to open?
Yeah.
So you see the hypocrisy in this shit?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
man.
crazy.
I don't know, and I don't know. I don't know who we need to be listening to anymore, because even our government, even fucking Ford is like, yo, fuck the rest of the Canadian government and what they're saying. But at the same time, we look at him and we're like, yo, dude.
Yeah, I mean, some
what
provinces
are you coming up with?
We're not the province doing the worst. Okay, Alberta's fucking up pretty hard. Their numbers are higher than ours actually per day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they have like half the population. So, yeah, because they're over there crazy conservative and they're just open up everything, like over there. So.
I mean, it sucks for us. It sucks when it's something like this, because Toronto is going to get the most attention in Canada, because, you know, we're the main area. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody thinks we're crazy, but
yeah,
I don't know. I think we've been handling it as good as we can. Obviously, we have those anti-maskers out there and everything like that.
That's stupid.
I don't know, man. I don't know what else to do. I'm just, taking it a day at a time. As I have been.
I'm not fully sick of it yet, but I would say that, that we've been hearing about this vaccine shit being ready by the end of the year or whatever. Like, if it's like touching March, April, and we're still looking at a next wave or a next lockdown or something,
It's just getting crazy, bro.
Yeah.
There's really only like a few things you can do. All you need to do is fucking wear a mask. Don't do social gatherings, mass gatherings. Fucking wash your hands.
But people don't even want to wear a mask, yo.
And don't really go out unless you you need to, or it's something that's somewhat important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just try to limit as much as times you're out in public, as much as you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're good. As long as you do those things, like everyone's doing those things, that's the best we can fucking do until there's a vaccine.
Yeah.
And I understand a lot of people are not gonna take the vaccine, but that's the best we could do until there's a vaccine. And the vaccine at the end of the day there's only two ways of stopping this: is a vaccine or mass immunity. But there is no mass immunity, because we've proven that you can get it more than once now. So I'm not really sure if that's even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Because people are getting COVID twice. Mm-hmm. So if you can get COVID twice, then there is no immunity anymore. Yeah. Then you need to be vaccinated or whatever. Or we're just living with it.
I'm just interested to see how long they can keep the crazy folks off of them,
Mm-hmm.
Because sooner or later, there's gonna be people saying fuck it.
Yeah.
And places are just gonna open up.
Yeah.
And Because at the end of the day, people need money. We need jobs.
We had a thought. It's like if all businesses said fuck it and stayed open, would there be a lockdown? I mean, they could go around and ticket like 10,000 fucking stores.
But it would be so dumb.
Like,
in my eyes, that's just how not how the world should work, but we should just be able to just do whatever the fuck we want at the end of the day, because the government doesn't really mean shit. They're just some people that are in power for whatever reason, and we technically run shit if we really think about it. But I think people are small in the mind.
Like, a part of me thinks that the government knows that because of human behavior, there's almost no way of preventing this from happening unless they do some crazy extreme shit. Like, we're talking like hardcore like China style, like we're all locked inside or you're getting arrested style. Otherwise, I feel like this whole closing down small business shit was just a means of pretending like they're making a difference or we're doing something.
Yeah.
You ever think of it that way? Like maybe they're doing something. They're taking an action by closing small businesses to make it look like they're fucking doing something.
Yeah.
Like when it's not, but when it's proven that it's not actually helping the numbers, realistically.
I don't know.
You know, so.
I don't know. I don't know
either.
Anyways, that's the COVID talks for today and the lockdown talk. Shit's about to get crazy if after this 28 days or whatever, nothing is different in a positive way.
Yeah.
20,000.
People are going to start coming with that new year, new me shit, bro. They're just going to start going crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a new year, new them. People are going to come out strapped. Everyone's going to have a gun loaded with Corona on it, bro. Like, it's going to be fucking wild out here. So I hope this shit just lasts for the 28 days. I remember I was saying, yo, I'm ready for a lockdown. I'm down for a lockdown. But that was for October and November. I was ready.
I don't like it this close to Christmas.
And it's not even like this. I don't care. I don't even care about Christmas.
Okay.
It's just that we're getting into
the new year.
We're getting to a point where it's like, okay, people need to make money.
Yeah,
people have lives. You know what I mean?
And now we're all preventing. You're literally preventing people from trying to support their families. Like that's literally what you're doing.
That's what it is.
And there's no solution because the CERB thing's done.
I stopped CERB. I'm not receiving any money.
Well, it's done.
My hours, they've been cut at work. I only work for 10 hours a week. Right? So I don't make any fucking money. I haven't made any money at all this year from work. I'm just like, fuck it. Like I'm not making any money at work, so why am I going to take out a loan from the government just to pay it back?
Yeah.
But they're coming after people that aren't paying it back, and I'm not paying. I'm going to tell you right now on this pod, I'm not paying that shit back until I want to pay that shit back, bro.
Yeah, I'm not paying it.
I'm definitely not paying that shit back.
They haven't hit me up about that.
I'm not paying that shit back until you guys go after the rich ass people that need to pay their taxes. Then you could talk to me. Handle the people that are rich as fuck that aren't paying taxes first. Then pull up on me, and then we can have a conversation. But I'm not paying none of my CERB back until everything is handled in this situation. Because
I think that's like,
I haven't had shit. I don't have shit.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Is like, it'd be nice to at least know from the government that everything's fucked up. Yeah, like, okay, if you gotta shut down small businesses, you have to do that. But like, then also things like rent and there should be a balance there where it's like, if you're literally telling these people they can't work, then there should be things that they don't have to pay for.
Exactly.
Because there are things, it's not just, if you own a small business, it's not just, I'm not making money. It's like, I'm not making money and I'm still paying my rent and
you're paying rent for two spots. You're paying rent for your location or locations.
Yeah.
Then your house. You know what I mean? It's just wild just to think about. And you have to take care of your family in that situation at home.
And it doesn't matter where you are, like in your career, in your small business growth. If you just started, your couple years, what is it, like 5 years before you break even on average or something?
It doesn't matter, man. This coronavirus is killing businesses that have been around for 20 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, but that's what, like, it doesn't matter. Like, even if you just started out, first of all, you weren't even gonna make the money back.
Yeah.
You weren't making any money this year.
If you're new, you're even more screwed.
So let's say you already passed your break-even point and you can still get shut down. Like, it's just fucking everybody.
Better hope the bank gives you a loan. Or something, because
I just don't know what's gonna happen after this shit. That's all.
Yeah.
After this is all done, I don't know what the economy is gonna look like. I don't know what anybody's money situation is gonna look like. All I know is that a lot of people have gotten extra rich. And most of us have gotten extra broke. Most of us, a good amount of us have gotten extra broke.
I remember people talking about that when this started getting serious, was like, this is going to be more of an economic problem than a health problem or whatever.
That's what I was saying.
This is the effects that we're seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that early on back in April and March. Yeah, and it's proving to happen. I mean, fuck. The vaccine is supposed to hit the ground in January here.
That doesn't matter to me. I'm not taking that shit anyways.
I understand you're not taking it, but as long as about 30% of the population takes it, we're okay.
But what if they don't?
They will. A lot of people will take it.
I know.
A lot of people will take it. It doesn't matter, Jamal. Us three will be some of the last people who get it anyways because we're young and healthy. They're gonna give it. They're gonna slow. They're not just gonna say, oh, every Canadian's eligible. I guarantee they're gonna be that. Okay, healthcare workers first.
Yeah.
People over 65 first. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna do that first.
I'm just sick and tired of
the first batches will go to those people.
Hear Justin Trudeau tell us that I know
He's full of shit.
A lot
but,
of
like,
Canadians
I
have
like
made
him.
sacrifices, and then he goes and walks into his fat cottage.
Yeah. Where he's been
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah, where he's been hanging out.
months,
Yo.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I like the dude.
I'm done
But
with that shit, bro. I don't know. This is just helping me and how I feel about the government already. Just help support that. I don't trust these niggas. Like, fuck it. Anyways,
Yeah, that's facts. Like, think about
Yeah.
it. Not to take it lightly, but it's the first major disease that we've dealt with, and it fucked us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys couldn't figure that out. Yeah, we don't know what it is. Yeah, we don't know how it spreads. Still,
Yeah,
we
it's
don't
it's not
know.
even that. And
It's just like,
I don't want to downplay it,
that's
but
how
it could,
how fragile this thing that we have is. Like
be a
the
lot
system
worse.
that we are.
that's how fragile it is, bro.
could be a lot worse too.
It could be.
I don't want to downplay all the
Sure,
deaths,
yeah.
but it could be
No,
a
no,
lot.
I'm not, I don't want to downplay the deaths.
There's
I don't wanna-
viruses that can exist that can kill people at like 80%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, we've done a
Like,
good job of
you know.
handling pandemics before that have, you
Yeah.
know, and this one is obviously just more contagious than anything we've dealt with before. But like,
I wanted to ask you guys one more question about it. Do you think it was a lab? It was a level 4 lab out of China?
Are we talking about theories?
Yeah. Is that a level 4 lab? Was it just
I'm
was
cool
it,
with that bat, bro.
was it just spread naturally in its environment, or was it in a level 4 lab in China and got leaked?
I have no fucking clue.
Like I'm going with the level 4 lab. I'm going with the lab theory.
I'm cool with the bat.
I believe the lab theory because of the way the Chinese government was
equally believable at this
I think
Yeah.
the Chinese government was the way they were acting when it first came up, and when you hear about the stories of how secretive they were trying to hold it. It's really
that
sketch.
doctor they offed.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really sketchy,
But
man.
what now? I'm just thinking now, right now. What does that matter?
Now it doesn't matter, but I just like to think, like, do you think that this was an accident? I don't think it was on purpose. I don't think the Chinese
I get
government was trying to fuck up the world. Like there was be no
unless the
benefit.
US, unless
There's
the
no,
US crumbles and
there's no,
That's what they want.
Yeah.
the U.S. is not going to crumble.
Like we've been saying, we're gonna be speaking
US is
Chinese
not.
soon.
The U.S. is not going to crumble. I mean, they got Biden now. It's not going to crumble.
Biden. I said they got Biden.
I know, like, he's the greatest thing ever to happen,
Don't
right?
kill me, bro.
Biden's just not Trump.
Yeah, that's all it is.
He's fucking probably one
you
of
guys
the
know how I
in
feel
my
about
opinion,
talking
in my
about
opinion, he's
American politics.
probably one of the worst Democrats to become president in a long time, to be honest. When you look at all the past ones,
I don't want to look at anything
like
American.
Obama and what's his face? Oh my god, I forgot his name.
Clinton.
Yes, Clinton.
Yeah.
Still,
yeah.
but I think he's gonna be better than Biden. Still,
Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, as a president, I think he was.
Clinton
he
was
was-
gang.
Yeah, but the
Biden's just gonna be
that
there.
Epstein gang though too.
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
I don't-
I'm sure Bush was out there too, but like
Everybody was out there, bro.
all of the
Bro,
past
Pharrell was not
presidents-
Pharrell.
Can I just
Fucking
say-
John Legend was
Can I
out there.
just say that after
Because he took it.
after they've had Trump, I think George W. Bush has aged well as a president. I don't think he ain't even that bad when you look at Trump.
Well, hopefully people don't underestimate how
do you mean?
how much he fucked up the
9/11?
world, bro. Yeah.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I don't think he caused 9/11.
If you guys really think about it, Trump didn't really do shit. He never bit the fucking wall. He never really did shit. He was just he was just hanging out for 4 years and talking shit on Twitter.
He
really was
divided
just
the
a-
country.
And
though.
divided the country.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
But it
really-
was already divided.
Yeah, yeah,
But
for
he was
sure.
just saying,
He just
okay,
pushed
we can
everybody-
finally make this public. We can be publicly racist.
He elevated
Yeah.
white supremacy in that country a lot.
But it was already up there. They just made it a bit
He,
more
yeah,
like
he brought
public.
him out of the shadows. at
Yeah,
least.
people were like, yeah, let me get my red hat. That's all. I don't think that's a big deal. Like, whatever.
Fucking red hat.
Like that wasn't. That
was that- how was
yo,
that a-
did you guys see that? There's this thing they're trying to fucking get Mario to change his hat
Oh yeah.
It's red.
because it's red and it looks
Okay,
like,
come on.
and it has an M on it.
What is this hashtag?
I was done. I was like, if you guys ever do this, I swear to God, I'm gonna burn everything. I'm gonna burn the world down.
That's when you know, like, shit's hit the fan, bro.
Yeah, bro.
In terms of like control and censorship, like
Yeah.
you're trying to censor Mario's hat
Yeah, people were trying to censor Mario's hat
because
it's
what
red
is
and has an M on it.
hashtag ban all red hats?
I was like, yo, come on, leave
fuck?
Mario alone. He had that hat before any of this shit happened.
Was any sports team with a red hat can't, like the Cincinnati Reds, they can't have a red hat anymore.
Basically.
Fucking whatever, can't have a red hat anymore. Whoever else has red hats.
Wildness.
Come on, man.
Wild.
What the fuck?
Anyways, done with the COVID shit.
Yeah, it was
It's
a,
wild. People are about to go crazy if this shit lasts more than 28 days, and that's it.
Yeah.
yeah. Merry Christmas.
Anyways, we went to fucking Maryland. We went on a trip to shoot a bunch of music videos for the boys at Creep Life, Creep and Matthew. Shouts out them. They had us out there in where were we? Baltimore, more in the countryside of Maryland.
We're in the DMV.
The DMV area. And yeah, that's where we were gone for a little bit. That's why we came back and then we had to do quarantine. We could have done the Zoom shit, but we're just like, fuck it, let's just take a break.
Yeah.
I think we said that last pod, we're like, fuck it, we might just take a break.
Yeah.
But yeah, that experience was good. It was good. It was interesting. And one of the main things I want to point out from that experience that I took away was Americans are willing to pay for shit.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of broke asses over here.
Yeah, they're like,
or we're just stingy ass
willing to
motherfuckers.
like, they want to do it.
I guess it's maybe you think it's just like there's a little bit of hopelessness when you're here, you know, like you can believe something, but it's like, but whereas when you're out there, it's like, no, I can spend all my money on this shit and like something will come of it.
I don't know.
Just it's not about how good you are. It's just like the way that, you know, Canada's set up. Like
Is
sometimes it
Ameri-
just feels like there's just like bleak, you know, like
Are you trying to say that America is more inspiring? Like you're there and you're more inspired?
It's not that I'm more
even when you're in
inspired, but it's just
Baltimore,
like,
which is by many means not a rap powerhouse city.
I just felt like while we were out there, people were down to pay for our services in any way that they could,
and be very nice about it.
and they were nice too.
Very nice about it.
A lot of them were nice people, very nice people over there. But it was just like when we got this gig and they asked it and they told us what they wanted to do, and then we gave them the bill, like this is what's gonna cost. They're like, okay. There was no issues. There was no let's talk about this.
Yeah.
There was no. I feel like I could have charged them more. Like, but it was just like
maybe.
It was just like, yeah, okay, cool. And they're like, okay, we'll get you the deposit ASAP. Like, there was no questions about it. Even when we got down there, we actually got to see what was going on. It looked. I want to say it looked, but you could tell that they spent a lot of fucking money just to have us out there and do what they wanted to do.
Like they actually thought about it.
Yeah.
Like they actually sat down. They already had their own meetings. They thought about what the fuck the concept for this whole media treat was supposed to be about. They thought about all the different videos individually, and they came up with their own treatments even.
Yeah.
And we don't even ask for that, but when the client does that, that's very helpful.
Yeah,
It saves us a bit of time. We can take their ideas and
literally we
embellish
were just
them a
there
little
to
bit.
shoot everything that
Basically.
they wanted us to shoot.
Basically, yeah.
And it was great and kind of like help direct it kind of and tell them what would work and what wouldn't work.
I mean, here it's fucking so hard just to get the artists to show up
Yeah. Or get a fucking deposit.
to their own video.
Or get them to pay the price that you tell them.
Like, I get it. Toronto's an expensive
or
city.
get them to be on camera when they're paying you.
Yeah.
And not inside.
Yeah.
Not inside
Exactly.
or too drunk to function.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. It was just while we were out there, I just felt like there was a lot of, and I don't know, again, maybe this is not how it is all over there, but I've heard a lot of positive things with creatives, videographers, other artists, no matter what you do, going to the States, and I kind of understand it now. I see why people leave Toronto or Canada and go to other places in the world.
Yeah.
It's because people don't know you out there.
Yeah.
And they're willing to, and if they fuck with your work right now, they're willing to pay the price that it costs to get that work done. And if they don't have the money right now, they'll save up. And that's what mans are saying to us out there. We shot these videos for these guys in their group named Blackwater, right? And pretty chill dudes. We were like in their fucking their apartment, and they were just smoking weed and chilling, and it was just a vibe. Like it was like here, but just like with older guys.
Yeah.
Like they're older.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, I don't know, understand the situation. Like there's like 5 dudes living in this place. And
It's
they're just
interesting.
all chilling, like
Yeah.
They got
all chilling,
interested.
making music, just smoking
Yeah.
blunts. They had like 20 fucking monitors on the wall with all their different music videos playing
That
on
shit
it.
was kind of sick.
And I'm like, this is such a vibe. Like if this is my life, I wouldn't be mad. Like,
Yeah.
The
like it
life
was
was-
just cool.
Their shit
It's
was
like
wild.
the Dungeon family, right? I feel
Yeah.
like that just happens everywhere in America. Like,
Yeah, they're like they just have people that just we're gonna put our money together. We're gonna live here.
Yeah.
and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
you know. And I'm like, that's so sick. It was just cool to see. Like, it might not be ideal situations for them, but they had a nice spot. It was clean. Like, and they just They just had their fucking LED lights going off the whole time. Their 20 monitors, and we're just chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling, shooting videos.
I think they all moved in, had their own TVs, and they combined them.
That's
Probably.
sick.
I think that's what
But
happened.
they all had like 5 TVs.
Because there's no reason why you would have like 7 TVs.
And I'm like, how many do you have in your bedroom?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I
was
mean,
sick.
they could literally watch every sport that's on.
That's
Created.
crazy.
Like
In history, all at once.
you could have every sport. Like you could have baseball and even if it's not on at the same time. Like
Yeah, man. Curling could be going
play
off
some
on one screen.
That'd be sick
Crazy.
for the Olympics. You could have like
Quidditch
everything
on the
on. Like
next.
you could have everything on or whatever. That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah, man. But like they were talking to us because we went there and we shot some videos as well. And they were like, "Yo, how much you guys charge?" I was giving them the price. Like, "Oh, okay, cool." They're like, "Are you guys down to go to like Costa Rica and shit? Like, we have a spot in Costa Rica." And we're like, "Oh,
We're like, shit.
that'd be fucking sick." Like, what the hell? Like, okay, cool. We'll like fly you guys out there too, and you can stay with us. Like, you wouldn't have to pay for the stay or anything, and we'll pay your price.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like a. That's how long the conversation was.
Yeah.
You know, and one man
No,
was like,
like,
"Okay,
we'll talk
sick."
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like sick. We'll definitely save up for you guys. Definitely.
Yeah.
You show Kevin a video.
Not yet.
We
could
gotta
run
pull that
after.
up.
That
We'll
was a
pull that
sick
up
video.
after. We'll
That
pull
one
that
went
up.
after.
I'll pull that up.
But
after.
like, that's the difference. Like here, me telling the man our price is like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
500.
we came back, and I have no problems talking about this.
Shit,
We
500.
came back, and we had 2 examples of a positive situation and more of a kind of not really negative, but one that kind of ended off with a sour taste in our mouth. We came back from the States and we had 2 shoots after our quarantine, of course, because we're responsible, kind of. And one of them was a last minute shoot that we did for this wedding dress line, and we gave them the price. And like I could tell with the way that she was communicating that she was kind of shopping around as well just to see if she could get a better price. But she ended up paying us our price. And there's a quick little couple hours to shoot, and that was it. And it's just for some promo clips. And then we did a music video as well, same day. And that one, the price was the budget should have been higher on that. We tried to get it higher. They weren't budget on the price. But at the end of it, they tried to, finesse us a little bit, which left a little sour taste in my mouth. So what I'm thinking is, I had somebody earlier today that paid our price, no issue, because they needed it. We had some guys from the States fly us out, one, take care of our food, second,
our housing,
our stay, and they still paid a couple racks.
Yeah.
A few racks
on whatever they needed to get done
for our service.
Yeah.
And they still and they still had to pay whatever they had to get done. They had all these props, models, all this crazy shit that they got. So I'm like thinking they must have spent close.
They
to
even
like
drove our
$10,000.
gear. They even drove our equipment back.
They even returned our equipment and drove us around when we needed it. Like, But when I come back here and I'm working with somebody,
cars and food and crafts and like
everything. I come back here and when I give you my price, it's a problem.
Yeah. And you're not even making any money when you give that price because of all this shit that you have to cover.
Not too much.
Yeah.
Not when you break down the hourly.
Yeah.
It ends up being not that much.
Yeah.
Right.
It ends up not being enough.
1,000 sounds great,
justify
but
it.
when you realize it takes this guy like fucking 35 hours to edit a video, like.
Yeah, like
$500 is not that much.
I think
anymore.
that's the biggest thing about like these the artist industry. Like it can, for some reason, it sounds glamorous when you get like these big lump sums. Like, oh, you got paid $1,500 straight, like $2,000 straight. Like that shit is like at least 100 hours of work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It took a week to do it. That's what normal mans get paid a week.
Exactly.
Like I got 1,000.
Yeah.
1,500.
Exactly.
And with a regular job is getting paid that a week.
Yep.
So.
It's just wild to think about, and that's my main thing that I took away from being in America for the 5 days was people are willing to do what they got to do to make their dreams or whatever happen. You know, they're willing to pay the price that they got to pay to make it happen. And I've heard that several times, and it was interesting actually experiencing it and seeing it happen.
I feel like it's connected to the there's a correlation with that, how we always talk about Toronto being kind of cliquey and stuff too. Like you said like Baltimore is not a huge music market, but I feel like every major city in the States, even if it's not a major music city, Baltimore, fucking Minnesota, wherever it is, like they make the people come together and they make their scene.
And that's literally what it was.
Yeah.
Like we got
They make
there,
their own buzz, you know, like they create their own infrastructure.
Exactly. And that's what it was. It's like Creep and his and their team and everything like that. They just had like family members and friends and everybody just dripped out in Creep gear. They had just Creep stuff. Then they just like, yo, put this on. This is what you're rocking for the whole 5 days. Like, I don't want to see you without Creep stuff on.
Yeah. I was so impressed by just how they were able to bring people together and how loyal they were.
When people are like fascinated.
I didn't hear
like,
a single complaint from anybody.
Nobody complained.
That was pretty much, at least from what I saw, was not complaining about anything. And
we're shooting from like what I want to say like 11 a.m.
and they were not always
to 12 a.m.
the most glamorous days or whatever, in perfect living conditions. No one complained. You know what I mean? Like people were ride or die over there. I was surprised.
Yeah, they're really just
because I was surprised only because I'm not used to that over here. That's why. Like I was not used to it.
And they're just playing songs. They're playing songs that people are hearing for the first time, and people are actually just turning up.
Yeah.
And that's all we were basically listening to for the whole 5 days was just Creep music. To the point where you could tell it's getting stuck in people's heads. People are starting to vibe with this now. You could tell these people that are all hanging out and they're just hearing this stuff for the first time are going to push this music beyond this moment. You know? And it's cool to see, man. It's cool to see. And that's a lot of the differences that we don't have over here, man.
I feel like that's like it just makes sense why that shit happens. Like I remember watching that Dungeon documentary and it's just like, okay, yeah, these guys all whatever 10 15 men just pile up in a basement and they're just making tracks nonstop, and then they within whatever a year or two they blew up, and you're just like, how? It's like no, they just put in the work, they believed in themselves, they grew their network. Every time somebody came in, like you said, they start bumping their shit too, you know, and then it just blows up from there, you know.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I appreciate that stuff, and I wish we could do. We can do stuff like that.
We are doing that.
We're doing shit like that out here. I wish it was more of a thing.
But
that was
it's just it's so hard to start something when there's like 5 of us.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's so hard.
Like, and trust
we need numbers.
Like we've tried to you know bring people in, you know, but
people just aren't serious, man.
Yeah.
They're not down for the cause. They can't figure out how to fit their whatever they want to do into what we
create something bigger than you.
Yeah,
you know? Like none of these things that we've made are a specific person. We're trying to build something that exists without one person. You know, like an entire ecosystem kind of thing.
Exactly.
You know?
Like we were on our way back. So Matthew, one of the members of Creep Life, he was driving us back to the airport, and he's there talking to his friend that he went to school with. And I'm the type, you know me, I just observe. Like I just sit back and I'll just listen.
Can I just side note, I was fucking blaze as shit on that ride, bro. You don't understand, bro. I felt like, cause, we hit a fucking like a king size moon rocks, like a fucking moon rocks joint.
Yeah.
Or blunt.
Yeah.
It was a fucking blunt.
Yeah.
What movie is this, bro?
I don't know. It was a Canadian film.
You're gonna switch that after.
But basically we're like speeding, and they drive fast and we're on the highway, bro. I felt like I was in like a fucking spaceship, bro.
That's what you feel like.
You know when you get the tunnel vision, you're like,
and you seen the dark road and just fucking.
Yeah, that's literally how I felt the whole ride.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
But go on, yes.
Yeah, so he's talking to like his friend that they went to high school together, and I'm like listening to what they're talking about, while like Ian and Kevin are like just fucking flying, right? And
Kevin and I didn't say a word, bro.
And they're like talking. He's just talking about how he when he was in high school, he was like just one day he just decided he's like, yo, fuck it, like I'm gonna go to LA, and he told everybody in the school, yo, by like next year, maybe 2 years, I'm gonna be in LA, and nobody really took him serious. And he went to LA, and he's been out in LA acting, and you know surviving out there for a minute. And his friend was talking about how inspiring that was because she was one of the people that didn't take it too serious until she saw it happen. And then she's talking about how she wants to do stuff, and she's like trying to talk to him about how she could work it into what they're doing as well. And he's like telling her, yeah, this is what you got to do, da 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 da. Like he's like, I just saved my money, like I just got focused, and that's what it was. And that's literally what it is, man. It's just people just need to buckle down and get focused and do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just that simple. Because I don't know, like I think with the visuals and everything that we did while we were down there, especially, but I think it was the strongest thing that they had was the music. I think they actually have something coming. Like I could see the music taking off, or at least propelling them to the next level into, you know, whatever they want to do with their careers.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, they got a lot of people that believe in them.
Yeah,
and they got that producer we met. He believes in them.
Yeah.
I feel like they take calculated steps, you know, like they save up money for these kind of things where they know they're gonna get a great package. Whereas out here, people are they spend so much time trying to figure out how to cut corners and save money that,
bro, I mean,
if you total up how much money they end up spending, it's
the
more. It's the same
or more.
Yeah, and they don't get as quality of a product because they were trying to do more things to save money rather than just big steps,
which was literally what we dealt with when we got back with that shoot.
Like I had a thought about why it's sometimes tough to convince an artist to pay a certain amount, even if it's not going in. Huh?
What is it?
What do you mean? Oh,
what's your thought?
Yeah, my thought is that. Sorry. The way you
guy's off that moon rock still.
The way you worded that, I was confused. I think maybe a part of this is because there's a lot of it's our community, it's our videographer filmmaking community that we have here where they're not charging enough money.
I see. I get what you're saying.
Like if there's mans that are doing it for free, and you already know how artists think, they just see like cheaper equals like better for me.
Yeah.
Not like the video will not be as good.
Yeah, I get you.
Right.
I get you.
They don't see that. They're not, unless they're thinking like a filmmaker. Which not a lot of artists have.
Or like, 5 videos at $100 a piece.
They don't think like him.
I get more videos than like one video for $500, but that one video is obviously going to be worth more than the 5 videos,
exactly.
you know?
I don't like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like me personally, I like paying the price. Whatever my friend's charging, I'm going to pay.
Like, bro, we have mans throwing around the words 2 for 1 in the city, bro.
Right now.
2 for 1, bro.
Yeah,
2 for 1,
pizza, bro.
2 for 1s, bro. Like right now, people are trying to get 2 videos for 1 price.
2 for 1s, basically.
And that's crazy to me.
And then they try to sell it off like the one of the videos is very easy to do.
Yeah.
Very simple.
And I'm talking about shit that's happening to us right now.
Like simple. Like simple means it's like simple does not mean it's less money in our pocket. That's not what that means.
Exactly.
It still takes a day to shoot. Still takes 35 hours to edit.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter how simple your video is.
We still got mans asking for the
We can get you standing
discount.
under a lamp on a fucking bridge and you do 1 performance and it's gonna take roughly the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Give or take. I'll give them, maybe a little less time, but still, it's not gonna be much difference.
I don't know. Me personally, I'll pay the price, whatever it is. There's a lot of people that know me. Even I'm thinking back. Remember fucking Mo? Remember Mo that do the Gen Squad logo back in the day, bro? Him, like, he was one of the sickest artists, and he stopped drawing for whatever reason. But he's one of the sickest artists that I have ever met in my fucking life, and I bought his stuff at his price just because I'm just like, I'm supporting you. Like, I know the hours and the work that goes into creating this, and not even just creating this piece, but all the hours and time that you spent before this.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out how to get to this point. So I don't mind running you 3 bills if that's what's gonna cost for whatever the fuck you're doing, or that $1,000. I'll try to figure it out. I'll save it. It might take me a little while to get that money, but I'm gonna pay it if I can. I just don't see that from a lot of people here. That's all. And it's like disappointing. It's really just disappointing because you're just like, because it makes us feel like we're fucking crazy.
Yeah. And it's also like, for sure, this is your first time doing a video. You want to get free, or you want to get it as cheap as possible. But like, if you've been doing this for a couple of years, don't you want to spend more money?
That's what I'm saying.
Not because it's spending more money, but like, don't you want to look for more quality, or get to a point where you're an artist where you can, it's not about the money. You're just looking for the best product for you.
Don't expect something that you've seen pop off on YouTube that's quality and sick
to work for you
with all the effects and da. Yeah, you don't expect it to work for you if you're trying to pay $1,000 for your fucking video. I'm telling you right now, guys, at the bare minimum, at least try to spend on one video like $1,800. At least. And that's a run and gun thing. Like that's a okay, we're just gonna try and make this up on the day.
That'll get you enough money and resources to
make something happen.
At least emulate something that's worth more money.
Yeah.
Because that's all we're doing.
Yeah.
We're just like taking the bare minimum and bit of a magic trick there.
Trying to create a Playboy Cardi video for you, like
yeah, something that was like 10K or more. We could probably make it happen in less than 2, right? But
like is that something you need to do where you know
crew,
like
that's why
on your website you put like your video package like 10K and then you cross it out and say now only 1,500, like you're saving 85%.
Bro, we might have to do that. We might have to do that.
That's what those mans do, where it's like, it's a $10,000 value video, like
That's what we might have to do. That's what we might have to do. That's not a bad idea. I've thought about that actually. But I thought it was like 2 jokes like to do that.
But I guess some people need to hear that because they don't do that research on their own. Like, this is the type of value I'm getting for these videos.
It's like the $50 free shipping or $6 or $40 $10 shipping.
Yeah,
mans are picking a $50 free shipping.
Yeah,
it's the same amount of money.
Like Winners, you know how Winners has like the regular tag on their clothes, and then they have the Winners tag where it's like this is how much it is. I'm
just wondering, like we recently just made our prices public, so we just
that's true.
We're
not a lot of people do that.
We're not. Yeah, people don't do that here. People don't make their shit public.
There's maybe one guy that does that.
So if you want to know, we charge bare minimum $1,500 for a video. After that, it's about $3,000 up, and that just depends on what the fuck you need.
That $3,000 is very like vague, like in a sense where it's like, so whatever the fuck you want to spend at the end of the day.
Let me break it down for you, or we can break it down right now. Me and Ian.
Sure.
$1,500. What's that going to, Ian?
$1,500 is going to our cinematographer, our right hand man, Kevin Park. He's like the most talented man with a camera. We can shoot, but you want Kevin Park to shoot your video.
Exactly.
Because it's gonna look better.
Yeah, it's gonna look better than us.
I'm technically a producer and sometimes director. Jamal is a director and an editor. Mm-hmm. That's what you're paying us for. Kevin Park's paid to shoot. So Kevin Park's rate, I'm not gonna say what it is. Kevin Park's rate plus whatever the fuck I get plus whatever the fuck he gets. And then there's a little bit of extra for equipment. Luckily, we've invested a good amount of money in equipment, which saves us a lot of money.
What is Kevin Park shooting on?
Does that?
Yeah, and how much did you just pay for that?
$7,000.
Yeah.
So
if you want numbers, like that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
7,000. That's just the body. It's actually 10K rig.
And
for everything.
And let's actually be real. Let's be real. Let's be really real. Let's be. We might get paid. We'll probably get paid from going to the States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the most recent videos we just did, we're realistically not getting paid.
Yeah.
Even at that $1,500 or whatever budget they paid.
I don't know if people need to hear that. I would assume that. I mean, it's obviously obvious for me, but like I don't think people know that. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to be as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
Most of the videos, 95% of the videos that are going to be shot at this $1,500 budget, or even a little bit up, are I'm not getting money in my pockets.
Not a lot, unless it's a very simple concept.
I'm not. Yeah.
Which we would try to draw up, but if the client hits us with a complicated concept,
I'm editing your video and directing your video for free.
Yeah. Or losing money.
We now try to make sure we don't do that.
Yeah.
We were doing that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Now we cover our ass. We don't lose money.
Yeah.
If at any hint we see us possibly losing money, we'll deny the job.
We had to deal with the other day.
Which we'll deny. We'll deny the job. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're a little better at doing that before, and because that's also because we're in a position where we don't really need to build a portfolio anymore.
Yeah. I'm over the
you know what I mean?
portfolio.
Like, whatever. Like we're trying to.
So yeah, whatever. That was our trip. And it was mainly just an observation of, people are willing to pay shit out there in America. And it was funny when we came back, I posted up that Sean Leon thing on our Instagram of him basically saying the same shit. Like, he felt like he was going crazy here in the city because he felt non-existent. He felt like nobody knew about him. He could tell there were fans, but the people that are supposed to be in the higher positions, the gatekeepers that we speak of all the time, they were not supporting or backing anything that he was doing. So he decided, fuck it, yo. I'm going to start what I can, and I'm going to take my talents to South Beach.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
South Beach?
Not South Beach, but he went to other places. He went to New York. He went to LA. He went to Paris. He went to a lot of other places, and they all appreciated what he brought to the table because they recognized him for what he was in that moment, which is, in my opinion, greatness. And I'm not sucking any dick, but,
Ooh.
Jesus, guy almost broke everything, bro.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah. That I had to reach.
I'm taking this. This is a new chair, eh?
Yeah, it was upstairs. It's been chilling upstairs for the longest time. And
Okay.
I sat in it one day. I'm like, yo, why the fuck isn't this downstairs?
Nice.
Yo?
Yeah.
It's just nice. It looks expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those higher end. It's a lazy thing.
Boy.
Yeah.
It's a lazy.
Yeah.
You guys need to see my chair, bro. It's one of the greatest things I ever received in my life. I have this crazy ass fucking black chair. It's called the Dark Knight.
Oh shit.
It's by Anda Seat. Oh, orgasmic. Because I hate sitting at Ian's house. Whenever I go to Ian's house and do work there, he's the boniest fucking, most disgusting ass.
I have a chair that looks like it's like a coffee shop chair.
It's just
Once you sit in a coffee shop,
chairs are pretty underrated.
They are, bro. They really are.
Yeah, just as a. Yeah,
sorry,
it's not irrelevant, but
setup.
so we've restructured our fellowship, Wave Fellowship for this year because COVID and stuff. We were trying to figure out like what can we roll out, and we have to get the money spent by April. So we're doing a book this time. We're gonna get some more established artists than we did. Hopefully, we're gonna get some more established artists than we did last time. Ones who don't need all the basics ingrained in them because they need to be able to do their own project. They're gonna pitch us a project for a series, like a photo series, and then instead of music this time we're gonna get writers. So they're gonna pitch like a poetry series or like some short stories, and then we'll just give them some mentorship. We'll give them a little bit of money, give them some one-on-ones like on Zoom, and where was I going with that?
Something about chairs.
Yeah, so we were looking, because we're like, okay, so we'll have like a artist fee, and then we'll have like an equipment materials budget as well for the photographers. If they want to get lights or models or whatever, we'll give them a little bit of money for that. And it's like, so we got to give that to the writers too. It's like so we looked up like things that writers need, and the first thing was a chair.
Bro.
And
like
realistically,
really
that's probably the best.
I think honestly, like, and I'm looking at my setup that I did for the whole beginning of quarantine because I was like, fuck, we're trapped at home. I might as well, That's when I built my PC and everything. I spent the most money. Or the most money was spent on the chair. I didn't even get it. Teresa got it for me for my birthday, because they had some sale on it anyways. And yeah, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, my chair here was the most expensive thing that I have.
And it's probably one of the most underrated investments,
bro.
Right? Yeah.
The way that chair, it's just amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't had any back issues. I could sit in that chair literally all day.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I stand up is because it's not like a mesh thing. So I'll get a little hot.
Yeah, yeah.
It gets your ass in there. The ass heat, that ball sweat.
That's literally the only reason I get up on this chair too, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the only reason why I stand up.
Because when you sit on those chairs and like your ass starts hurting, bro.
Yeah, bro. And you're just like not comfortable. You're moving. You're shifting.
That's the chair I got over there.
Yeah, that's the chairs.
I have some garbage chair. But I have one nicer chair, but I'm sitting in it.
Yeah, they're just basic chairs.
Yeah, just editing chairs.
And that's what it is. It's just like, they're just basic.
That's the problem with most chairs in your house is like they're just you
don't know where
they come from. Yeah, and they're just there, and
it's meant for you to have a quick seat on.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
if you want something you're sitting in for 8 hours a day,
invest that money, guys.
You're gonna need a nice chair.
There are some fire chairs out there.
There are some fire chairs. So check out that Anda Seat, the Dark Knight one. It's fat. It's huge. I sit in that. I got the adjustable arms. It goes this way, it goes sideways, forwards, inwards, and outwards like this, up and down.
That shit's all underrated too, because
I can lay my whole seat back like flat.
Yeah.
Take a nap, which I have done. Busting up, which I have done. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy what you can do with some of these chairs out here these days, and it's so fucking comfy. But anyways, enough about the fucking chairs.
It's a good quarantine tip, though.
It is, yeah. Cop a blessed chair if you haven't. Honestly, it'll save your life, and I feel more efficient.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't mind working.
You probably don't realize how much time you get up, and just because you're uncomfortable, you think you're just let me take a break. It's probably just because your ass hurts.
Yeah, that's how it was before.
It's not because your brain is hurting, you're tired or whatever. It's just because
it's true.
Yeah, I would literally get up so I can lie down in my bed because I was just like,
yo,
my shit hurts.
Yeah,
my ass, my tailbone, everything just hurts. But yeah, man. Ever since I got my chair, it's been literally orgasmic. Like, it's been amazing. But yeah, man. Like, that's what it's about. Like, people just need to be able to pay your fucking price, and I'm paying the price for what I need to be comfortable in my chair, and figure out a way to get people to pay your price. And we need to figure out in our community here in Toronto how we can actually,
we're never gonna we're always gonna be a company that's gonna charge a premium, and that's because, and you might think our prices are high. They're not. But if you do think they're high, there are reasons why, because
You're trying to get better.
We're
Yeah.
facts. I mean, we're trying to scale our
Yeah,
business, you
yeah.
know. So you're gonna need more money to scale it. Trying to grow our business. Scale.
Unfortunately, this isn't this isn't a type of thing in the industry where you can like how Kanye wants to make like he always says he wants to make affordable fashion. Like even him, like you can't get to a level where you make something cool.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't work, and especially in video, like you can't make something where it's like, yeah, eventually one day, hopefully everybody can get $100 video that's like crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Switching up topics here, but also still keeping it within the community, kind of. Ian brought it up today, and I just thought we should at least mention it to the people. Rooks from Sandbox Studios. She's doing $10 an hour studio rentals.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna bring that up actually. See, like that's something that can actually that you're not cutting costs. Or you're not, it's just something that's a good service to artists, right?
Yeah. So until December 31st, folks.
Yeah.
Go
it's
ahead.
a good way to end
$10 an hour. Yeah, you're not doing anybody any favors by charging them $200 for a video or something because you're not doing yourselves any favors, and then you're not doing them any favors either.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're not gonna get the greatest video.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, we're sick. Don't get me wrong with that camera, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot more that goes into it than just a sick camera or sick shooters.
Yeah. So, it's really great that what she's doing, and that's really sick. Actually, when I was telling him when I saw the video before actually watching the video, I was like, "Shit, are they closing?"
Yeah, the way
that shit was worded and shit, I was like, "Oh, are they shutting down?" Because it said, "Thank you for 8 years," and I was like, "Thank you for 8 years, like you're done." Like, and then she was in this room and she looked all serious, and I was just like, But I started listening.
It's
and,
8-year anniversary.
yeah, and I was like, "Oh, okay, you're still good. Okay, good." Because
Congrats
if
to
they shut down, that would be
Rooks
crazy.
and Sandbox. And for 8 years, it's that's what it is. It's the grind and figuring it out, and it's what happens when you just stick to it. Because I remember she was saying in that video, she's like, yeah, when she first started Sandbox, they had like rent was like $1,000 a month, and she didn't know how she's gonna get it, but you just gotta grind.
Yeah.
You figure it out, and that's just how it works sometimes. So. Yeah, Sandbox Studios is doing $10 an hour for studio rentals if you need to make some tracks or anything. So if you're listening to this, look into it. Hit up Brooks, hit up Sandbox, and see if you can get yourself booked in ASAP. Other than that, going into music, and I don't really want to talk about this, but we're going to talk about it because I feel like we've talked about this before. I don't think this is a big deal, but every year people think it's a big deal, and...
I feel like you know where this is heading.
And Froggy DM'd me about this.
Oh man.
Jeez.
He was like, bro, you need to talk about this.
Really?
And I was gonna reply to Froggy and be like, bro,
like I thought our saying was on it was gonna be like, I hope we don't make this a thing where we have to talk about not even every year, every time an award show comes out, we don't need to talk about it.
We don't need to do this. I was gonna tell Froggy, dude, but I was like, I'm just gonna sound like a dick if I say this to him.
He listens. Like, what are you doing?
So I don't. Yeah, it's fine if he listens, but I would tell him this to his face too. Like, and my thing is here it is, folks. The Weeknd got snubbed out of the Grammys this year.
I mean, it's a little more personal because it's our guy. So I think that's why people are a little more cheesed. But
Because it's our guy.
I guess so. He's really talented. He put out a good.
Well, there was the Weeknd was the main one, but there were like. People had a lot
there
of
were other people.
there are a lot of main complaints, not enough women in the R&B category.
But there's always complaints.
Lil Baby, the hip hop category.
But there's
was
always going to be
controversial.
complaints.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
There's always going to be complaints.
Yeah.
I mean,
folks.
person of color complaint was there.
I will say
there'll be more complaints later.
It is surprising, not really. It's a little bit surprising that it's the Weeknd because he kind of fits into the category of R&B pop. He's your most mainstream. He should definitely kind of just be there. Like
you just assume that.
You just assume
if he
he's
drops
there.
an album, it's getting Grammy nominated.
Yeah. But apparently not.
Well, specifically the rap category was an interesting mix of people.
Yeah, but it's not. It's also just not the right people.
I was really surprised. But
not to downgrade the people that got nominated. Congrats.
Yeah. I mean, there were some.
But no, I take back my congrats.
There were some like ones that are like, okay, yeah, this is fucking stupid, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was telling him earlier, there's always an artist that's gonna get snubbed out of this shit.
And also,
there's
like,
always an artist that's not gonna make it. Barely.
Is it ever gonna change? Is it ever gonna get better? Like,
so my thing was
no, it's not.
One, are we surprised?
Yeah.
No.
No. do we really need validation from these weak ass award shows? Still, we still need validation.
The
and
Weeknd
recognition
seemed
from them?
pretty butthurt about it.
Yeah, but that's
And I'm surprised.
And I'm surprised at how butthurt he was. Too.
I feel like he should have been a man who just shouldn't have said anything. I don't know, like
personally.
I don't know.
Yeah, he really got offended by it. He had to actually take it to social
Or
media.
if it was me, I would have been like, "Fuck him" or something. You know, like I wouldn't have been like, "I got." Or I would just
post up that
like,
the same photo that everybody just posted of the Grammy being pissed on from Kanye. That's all you got to post.
Yeah.
I would just post that up.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised he actually was. I seemed pretty bothered by it.
And I think that's what is fueling this whole feelings for everybody. Because I'm like, and I'm gonna call out a lot of people here. You don't know Abel.
Yeah.
The fuck are you so stressed for? Yeah. You weren't gonna win a Grammy.
Are you listening to that album right now? By the way,
did you listen?
Yeah.
When was the last time you listened to After Hours?
It's just the fans. It's just fans being fans. You know, they think that's their homie. You know?
I get it.
You know,
like Soulja Boy's my boy.
Yeah.
Well, Soulja Boy liked one of my comments on his video. Video the other day.
See, this guy got a hard on for that. You know, like people like.
But he just when you get recognized, it's different if you made a post on your story about fuck the Grammys, you didn't do you didn't do the Weeknd, and then Abel hits you up. He's like, thanks, fam.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh,
exactly.
We're saying fuck the Grammys every year for something different.
And we've been saying fuck the Grammys for how many years? I just don't understand why we need this award show anymore. We don't need the Oscars anymore. We don't need the fucking MMVAs. We don't need the whatever fucking award shows are going on. It doesn't matter, guys.
It's great. I mean, award shows are great in the sense where they're something that an artist can inspire to accomplish.
No longer.
I think it's still okay for an artist to inspire to get one, but you can't be stressed out about not getting one. Because
I don't think you should be inspired to get something from people
why not?
That don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Okay, if
your culture.
Before you figure that out though, if you're an up and coming artist and you want to win a Grammy, then what's wrong with that?
A lot.
What's wrong? Tyler the Creator wanted to win one and he won one last year.
And not in the category that he deserved to win one in.
True, but he did win one.
And he said this is not the right category for me to be winning this award.
That was a goal of his.
But it doesn't count in his mind, realistically.
Doesn't?
No, because it's not. He just got it for what, urban or rap or some shit, and he's like, this wasn't a fucking rap album.
That's true.
So you're putting me there because I'm black.
That's another story.
Which shows me that you're clearly not in tune and a little bit racist.
Yeah.
So why do I need validation from people that aren't in tune and a little racist?
A lot of people on the thing are black too. So because it's past winners
for the Grammys.
Yeah, past winners of the categories pick the new winners.
We don't know that.
But it's not like the people involved. It's like the system.
The system is fucked up.
It's the system, and it's black people. It's some black dude with a white wife that I've never met in my life.
Oh God. No, it's past. It's literally past winners.
I could show you one of the guys, and he's not a winner. He's nobody.
The one who responded to the Weeknd?
I swear that's how the Oscars works. I don't know if how the Grammys work then.
So how you talk? Yo, look at this guy.
I'm assuming
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
no, it's just a panel of.
Is it label reps?
It's a panel of just dudes, not dudes. I shouldn't say.
They are somewhat in. They're in the industry, and they're not completely random. But
I know they're not random. But if they're in the industry, don't you think they would understand the industry and what should be winning the awards?
Yeah, their choices are very
odd. If they
odd.
have not been doing that for however many years now, then
their choices are very odd.
Why do we care?
I mean, I think maybe okay. Fuck that. Let's go back to the Weeknd for 1 second.
Yeah.
I think you did bring up the fact that they asked him to do to perform and he can't because of the Super Bowl or something like that.
Yes, they asked him to do that.
How you gonna ask a man to perform?
And they told him to pick one.
Nominate him.
They said the Super Bowl or Grammys. And in my mind, I'm thinking Super Bowl bag is.
What would you pick? Super Bowl, right?
Super Bowl bag,
especially when the Grammys are already kind of lame. So
even though you shouldn't do either, really, because the NFL is racist as well.
Yeah, but if you're picking it's not even the lesser of two evils. It's the bigger of two bags, bro.
I'm getting that Super Bowl bag. The fuck? What kind of question is that?
Nobody gives a shit about the Grammy performance.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah,
I'm gonna go on the Grammys just so they could roast me like Frank Ocean,
bro.
Putting on one of the best performances that they had.
Yeah,
so he was a little pitchy, bro. That shit was crazy, bro.
Oh my god, I remember one of the sickest. What was it? Was it the Grammys? I think it was like a Pink performance. It was nasty, bro.
Yeah,
but. I don't give a fuck about the Grammys, bro.
See, the problem with the Grammys is like you can't tell, like you said, like the Weeknd, you think that he'd be nominated just because of the numbers that out or just where he is in his career.
Yeah.
Like that, if the Grammys were just like the best bill, it was like the Billboard Awards or whatever, you know, like the most successful album wins album of the year. That's fine, but they don't do that. They try to.
It's somewhat
it
that
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they try to do things, and it's like, hey, you do like this? We nominated Kendrick. We nominated I don't know, fucking. I can't even think of any stupid names, but like,
you know,
D Smoke.
they
is
are
that somebody that they nominated?
D-Smoke.
No, I mean, if you look at the rap album, it's a bunch of old heads. It's actually a very interesting group of people.
Yeah.
You got Jay Electronica, Nas, D Smoke, and one more guy.
We shouldn't say D Smoke is an old head. Like, he just got in the game.
Yeah.
He's old though.
He's older.
Everyone is over.
But he's new to this. He's new to this world.
Everyone is over 35 in that category. So it's interesting.
Shout out to the old heads.
It's
though.
interesting. Yeah. There's one more guy. I forgot his name.
Oh, Freddie Gibbs.
There you go. Freddie Gibbs and
He's an old head, but he's not really an old head. Like
they're old heads, but they're not old heads.
Yeah,
You know, the only person I really see as old head is Royce, and then like
Royce the
Nas,
5'9". That's the other guy. Yes.
and like Nas, like that's it.
Yeah, Royce is old.
But like, I don't know. People like I'm not surprised. Like I don't know why this is a conversation. It's a conversation because The Weeknd made a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
But The Weeknd, in my opinion, really shouldn't have said shit.
Yeah.
He just left.
It was like when Party was complaining, what was it, the BET Awards?
Yeah.
Or something, and how he dropped the best R&B album this year. Like, bro, it's the BET Awards, number 1.
Yeah.
And like number 2 is like, you didn't drop the best album this year. Just relax, bro. It's fine.
Tough, I know.
Dude, we can literally jot down every year there's another artist getting snubbed and complaining.
I don't know.
And
like, why? Like these are the wrong things we should or are putting energy into. Like
and then we're gonna complain again when the award show happens and who didn't win, who got snubbed winner.
Exactly.
You know,
That's
like,
round 2 of
because it's gonna be somebody
Yeah.
that doesn't deserve it anyways. I don't know, man. Like we shouldn't be putting our energy into being mad at the Grammys. We should be putting that into starting another award show.
Yeah.
For people that actually know what the fuck is going on in music.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like technically there doesn't need to be you should
we don't even really need an award show.
If you're making racks, like if that's your goal to be a pop star, like do you need an award, or is the money the piles of money that you're getting for the nonsense you're making,
do they
isn't that
get
enough?
anything other than the award? Do they get money?
I don't think so. Maybe there's a little bonus or something. I don't know, but I doubt it.
Yeah, what's the bonus from?
Yeah.
I don't know if they get money.
I don't think so.
You just
I think it's just the notoriety or whatever, right? Like you get money based on the fact that you can call yourself a Grammy winner, and like it's like that.
It's good for your resume.
Yeah, yeah.
You potentially are supposed to.
It's a what do you call it? Like a leverage tool, bargaining tool, or bargaining chip.
It's a marketing thing.
Yeah.
You're supposed to essentially you'll end up getting more gigs.
Yeah.
When you're a Grammy.
Getting more grants.
Yeah, exactly. Getting more grants.
We can get into that after real quick. With the Oscars, I think the Oscars are better in terms of
at least they pick more like critically.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more.
They also do some sketchy shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like every academy.
Yeah,
but they're more. Winning one, I think, is more beneficial to your career.
Yeah.
Oscar winning actors end up just fucking getting all the roles the next year.
Yeah,
like they get everything. So
I don't know, man. I'm over these award shows. I'm down for somebody to create some type of actual good award where people that actually need to be recognized are being recognized, and they're doing the full award show and not cutting off the award show or not having certain awards be given during commercial breaks. Like that's just dissing, bro. It's like I don't know, man. I don't know. Like this is not energy that I feel needs to be spent right now. And that's it.
Yeah. Can we get into this the grant thing real quick?
Yeah, one second. Guys, get over it.
Yeah. And then another point is like I hope we don't have to have this.
We don't need
after this we're not
having this conversation anymore.
Every time, yeah.
Don't hit me in my DMs, please. About it. Don't hit Lost in Nostalgia in the DMs about somebody getting snubbed. I don't care if they're Canadian. Don't be surprised. It is what it is. People are getting snubbed every fucking day, bro. The fuck?
Can't pick them all.
Yeah, fuck them.
Can't pick them all.
It is. If you guys want to put your energy into something, put it into another award show. Make something.
Yeah.
Done.
I don't think I've ever listened to any of the nominees for Album of the Year. I don't think I've listened to any of them in the past like 5 years. I haven't.
The last one I did was Kendrick.
Yeah. So, like.
Yeah.
And we saw how that went with Macklemore.
So it's just care about the things that are actually in your life.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, it was a bad year.
Get over it. I'm sorry to say it.
Well, they brought up on the radio when I was listening to Nicki losing hers. to Bon Iver.
Yeah, that's dumb. This has been happening for a long time.
Yeah.
Who the fuck gives a fuck about
Bon Iver's sick.
Bon Iver's sick, but
Bon Iver, I know he's a white guy. He's a white guy,
but at the same time, if we're comparing what Nicki did and what he did, there's Nicki's up, bro.
I like Bon Iver.
And that's where you get into this is kind of racist, like why not? Sexist as well, because this is the top female artist, I would say, at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's not winning awards. Get over it, guys. It's done. We're not talking about this anymore. It's done. All right, Grimes.
Grimes. Well, Grimes.
Grants.
When would we ever really talk about Grimes?
Yeah, fuck Grimes.
Besides the reason why this happened. I mean, the thing that happened.
Yeah.
I figured.
And this happened a little while ago, didn't it?
I remember. Old news? I don't know.
I remember hearing about this a few weeks. I think it happened before we left.
Possibly.
But
my boy sent me an article about it, like literally today, and he's like, "You guys should talk about this." I'm like, "Shit, yeah," because we do talk about grants a lot.
Yeah.
It's Canadian grant. So basically, I'll keep it like short. So Factor, pretty popular music grant for recording, has recently they gave Grimes, who is the baby mama of Elon Musk. It's interesting to say that.
Yeah. Are they married or
no? No, girlfriend. They just had a child together earlier this year. Don't fucking ask me how to say the kid's name. Apparently, they changed the kid's name recently. This is funny because there's a number in it, and you're legally not allowed to have numbers in the state of California in your name. So they had to fucking change the name.
That sucks.
It's hilarious, right? You can't have numbers in your name in California. It's a law. Like, so anyways, besides
it's crazy that's a law.
Yeah, that's a rule in Cali and probably other states. It makes sense, I guess. Why the fuck would you need a number in your name?
Why not?
But I mean, I guess why not either? Like fucking.
It's like like why did that become a rule? You know, like that's weird.
Why is that a rule? I don't know. There might be a reason why. Like
somebody want to name their kid 69.
I think that'd be sick.
It's a kind of hard name, bro.
Can't 69. Be any worse than some other names people name their kids. Anyways, besides the point. So she has recently been granted like about 90K through Factor.
Which I think is the biggest grant.
That's the biggest one. It's one of the biggest ones. Which I mean, she's a big artist, but the problem is she's getting a grant, a Canadian grant. Now she has Canadian roots, but she lives in the U.S. She resides in the U.S. and she's like fucking Elon Musk, the second richest man in the world. Mm-hmm. It's just interesting to give a person in that, in that situation
and herself.
She already has a lot of money on her own.
Yeah,
fuck Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Pretend he's cheap as fuck. He's not gonna give her $1. She'd probably still not need that grant.
Yeah.
And I get it. Her record label probably just submitted the grant because they're like, fuck it, yo. Probably there's a good chance of us getting it because we're a company that has like influence, and a lot of times they do that. These grants just give it to companies with influence. Right? And even companies who don't even technically need the grant. I mean, free money, man. Who loves it?
Yeah.
You're gonna apply.
I can't hate on that part.
You're gonna apply for free money even if you're fucking rich.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter. Tax credits, shit like that.
I'm pretty sure like that level grant. It's all labels it's all major labels applying for that one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's not. It's never like an independent person applying for those.
OVO applies for example. OVO applies. OVO doesn't need that. They make that in like a fucking like a day in like hoodie sales. You know what I mean? Like. But they'll do it because they can, and they can get that little extra free money. So, but anyways, besides the point, she gets a grant that she doesn't really need. And it's just really sad to see some of our biggest grant programs doing that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of discouraging, a bit of a slap in the face for the smaller artist that wants to even just get 10K. Yeah, exactly. And you're giving 90K, a huge amount of the pot, because the government only allows Factor a certain amount of grant money annually, and 90K is going to be a decent size of the pot because they only give out a certain amount of those a year.
Where does the grant money come from?
The government.
But where from the government? Like how does the government get that money?
Like taxes.
Yeah. So there you go.
Taxpayers.
So we're paying for it.
Yeah. We're paying for Grammies music video.
Canadian taxpayers.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's a good point. That's a very good point to clarify. Canadian taxpayers are paying for these artist grants. This artist grant was awarded to Grimes, who, I mean, I get it. I get it's not her money, but she's with Elon Musk. She's very successful already. You're giving her some of the biggest grants you can get. in this country to her, instead of splitting it with like 8, 9 other artists.
Yeah, 9 other people.
Or even just a fucking bigger artist that lives here.
Yeah.
And is gonna spend all the money here.
Yeah, exactly.
And not spend the money in California.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was like, yo,
come on.
If you're getting this grant, then I want the whole video shot here. I want your whole cast and crew all to be from here.
You know, like they give us shit for going to the U.S. and without a work visa. You're just shipping money off to America to produce her album over there.
Yeah. Well, I hope
you know
there's.
What I mean?
I'm pretty sure
Unless there's a rule for
there
that.
is something about the people involved in whatever you apply for. It has to be a certain percentage, and it's a good percentage. I don't know. I can't remember what the factor one is, but
okay.
I mean, I hope it's more than at least 50%. But
Better
either
be.
way, like I feel like they're still gonna loophole the shit out of it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
If we can fucking finesse numbers. Imagine the kind of finessery that they're doing with these types of shits. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's just discouraging, disappointing, and these are the grants we talk about highly. And
Well, I remember when I got my first $5,000 grant, I saw the list of other recipients, and Jordan from Majid Jordan was on that list.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
nice.
for OAC,
yeah, TAC.
TAC.
Yeah. So
Majid Jordan.
a $5,000, the minimum $5,000 creation grant. This man is
Because
still applying
these artists are signed to labels that have teams that do this.
Yeah.
So the team just applies to every possible grant.
Yeah.
That's out during that time, right? So Grimes probably didn't even fucking look at her application. They just her record label management just send it out.
Now, what it is, we're not disappointed in Grimes or any of her people. It's
No,
fine.
no.
Do your thing.
Yeah,
it's just it's the people that have the grants that are lending this money out.
Yeah.
That's
Grimes
disappointing.
and her company record label. I'm not gonna put them down for just sending out an application with the chance of just getting some free money.
Yeah.
I mean that's more like just being smart in a way,
exactly.
taking free money when you can.
Save
Why
it
not? But for
I mean,
our
you
side
can,
of
you can blame them too, though.
a little
like,
bit.
I'm
I
not gonna be
mean,
mad at them.
yeah.
there's a bit of
I get it though. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I understand from a business side of things. Like, if I could apply for this grant and possibly get it, and I end up getting it, why not?
might not have been Grimes might not have had nothing to do with it though.
Yeah,
It could
no,
just be her
probably not,
company.
no.
Her company just sending it out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Her record label sending it out and just doing it.
Yeah.
So, but it's just.
But that's kind of even worse though, because you know that money's just kind of getting lost in the shuffle. Like, it doesn't actually mean much. They're just using it for, it'll be like the craft budget for the whatever.
That's what they're doing.
Music video they actually make.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, we're looking at you, Factor. I'm looking at you too, MVP.
MVP and Factor. That on the
MVP, we've
music-
been watching you,
We've been
bro.
watching you,
MVP.
MVP. We know what's going on over there.
Yeah, we're not dumb.
We're not dumb.
We know people who work for you guys are also label people,
Yep.
label reps.
We know what's going on over there with MVP.
You know, when artists start to learn that, oh, this is just a game of finessing, then you have to do it. You have to finesse, and it's not a good thing to have to do, to have to live like that. To be like, I gotta outsnake the snakers.
Goes back to the Sean Leon shit again. Once again, it's just the gatekeepers, whoever the fuck is out here leading this shit, not funding the right projects, yo.
Yeah.
So what it does is then it just makes people like us, Sean Leon, and other talented artists say, fuck it. Like, I'm done with the city.
Yeah.
I'm done with
And
having
then
to deal with
Canada
this.
doesn't make any money.
Yeah. And
So
then
it's
we,
like,
we
yeah.
cut.
So it's like these art granting organizations, they're actually doing, even though they are helping artists, they're kind of not, because they're kind of discouraging people.
Yeah.
Like the talks that we've had, I think it's only our little circle who knows about grants, just because, we stumbled upon them. But like outside of that, not many people know about
Yeah,
it. So
exactly.
it's like, they're not even going to try to do it. And if they do hear anything about it, they think it's just another snake thing where it's like, you got to know somebody, and it is in a way.
Yeah,
it is
in a way.
Yeah.
It is in a way, man. It is in a way. And it's just discouraging, but it is what it is. Talking on that and the Sean Leon thing as well. I said that on our post, like, we're here for Toronto. We love Toronto. We love all the artists here. But don't get it twisted. I'm gonna cut if I need to cut. Like,
yeah, we're trying to build something here, but but also the first flight that we get out of here, that's a permanent thing. Like, we're out.
Yeah, I'm out.
There's nothing holding us here except for the fact that we're here.
Exactly.
And we're doing enough.
Because people are gonna appreciate what we have to bring to the table elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because they don't know us.
Yeah.
and they see the work that we put into stuff. Like imagine we do go to somewhere like New York, LA, and we show a few Kevin videos. They hear some of Kevin's music. People are gonna be eating that shit up. They're gonna love what you have to offer.
Seeing the work rate that we have, like
they're gonna
you guys
love
do this YouTube channel, you guys do this podcast, you guys make videos, you guys do all this shit, like
exactly. And people are gonna want to have hands in that for sure. They're, all of a sudden, we're gonna have an editor for the podcast and a PA, somebody to actually touch the fucking record button for us.
Yeah,
out of nowhere, and it's because they don't know us, but they see the work.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. And that's what a lot of shit. That's what's happening in the city right now. And people are missing out on building the good shit that's actually going on.
Yeah.
But hey, it's all good. I don't mind. I could do the Toronto Uprising playlist in New York. I could do it from New York. All I have to do is add you to a fucking.
There'd be more of a diversity of genres, I'm sure too. You know?
Exactly.
Like you know how you're saying like you want to get like some nice rock shit. Like you probably would find some shit out there.
Find some shit out there, yo.
That's the thing out here too. Like nobody wants to work together, but it's everyone wants to make shit that sounds the same.
Yeah.
And everything looks the same. Yeah.
You're not Bryson Tiller. We're done, Bryce. I don't want to hear this slow mo R&B shit. You know, we're done. Come on. That was the Toronto sound in 2016, 2014.
Maybe before that. It's like a
14.
When did Trap Soul come out? Like 15, 15.
Something like that.
14, 15. Maybe push to 16. That was history.
I'm about to call it an artist. I don't know what he's saying right now.
Shit.
You guys remember J Soul?
It's one of these pop.
J Soul.
Nah.
Exactly.
Did he get hits?
We don't need to talk about J Soul because then after anything I say after that is gonna be hate. But that's all I'm trying to say, man.
I gotta look him up.
Mandem, you guys followed one formula after the Weeknd did it, and it's been pretty disappointing. And then you guys saw Bryson do it, and you thought you could do it again, and I'm sick and tired.
Weekend's gone, bro. He's out here getting snubbed.
He's a pop
bro.
star.
He's a pop
he's
star.
Getting snubbed, bro. You guys better start singing and dancing, bro. Get to something else, man. I'm sick and tired of this slow R&B, this dark Toronto vibe. Come on, man. I'm sick and tired of that shit.
We Gotham, bro.
Gotham City. Which is cool. It's a cool idea.
I want half my face.
But it is. It's not true though.
It's not as true as you think it is.
Yeah.
I think it would be. We could be Gotham City if we actually did some shit out here. But
yeah.
Nah, it's just dark and moody.
Mans are just. We're basically all just complaining in our songs.
Earlier, you know?
Yeah. Mans are just complaining on their tracks for no fucking reason.
Yeah, man. It's a little moody out here, but that's it.
Yeah.
Some weird characters.
It's a little dark out here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all. It's not that crazy, guys. You haven't done shit 2020. So,
jeez.
But you gotta tell the man them. And I wanted to go back quickly to the whole Weekend Grammy snub thing. Mm-hmm. The same people that are complaining about the Grammy snubbing people every year are the same people buying 2K.
Jeez.
And I'm calling you out.
That's crazy.
Because that's real shit, bro.
Were you gonna buy the new 2K?
No.
So it's trash.
Bruh.
You confirm? I haven't.
My brother has that thing, so and if you follow my brother on Twitter, it's only complaints about 2K.
Is he playing on the PS5 though?
He doesn't need to play on the PS5. Even the man on the PS5 are complaining about it.
If you bought a PS5 for 2K, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should have just bought that for that Miles Morales. And maybe some COD.
The new Spider-Man's sick.
Yeah, I've been watching gameplay. I've been watching gameplay of that shit. Yeah. I watched the whole gameplay.
I mean, it's exactly
that
like
shit
the
almost
other
had
one.
Me crying.
It's like the other one, just new story, different guy.
Yeah, but
Same
I feel like
gameplay.
that shit touches. It hits deeper.
Yeah, Boy Wonder did the music for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shouts out Boy Wonder. That's actually sick. I did not know that. But yeah, that Miles Morales game, that's looking sick. And have you seen the way that he swings and shit like that? It's pretty.
A little bit, yeah.
It's pretty.
I want to play the. They say, well, you don't have to, but I want to play the first one first.
Yeah, I feel you.
The one before.
I'm gonna check out that one. I don't play games, people. I just watch gameplay. I watch like fucking Chris Smooth play a video game like Last of Us or some shit. Or I'll watch like fucking Cash Nasty or somebody play it or Flight.
Games like those, like especially Last of Us, like I played a little bit of it. I'm like, I don't want to. It's just I don't know. Maybe it's too slow to play. Like it's just easier to watch.
I just watch those.
It's also just like those types of games. It's just like the graphics are so nice and like there's so many little details. Like it's nicer to just watch sometimes.
Like it's a movie.
Yeah.
That's how I like to experience those games.
Yeah.
I'd rather just watch them rather than go out and spend my money on them. That's crazy, yo. We're watching the Eric Andre show and
bro, I
jerking
never
off a homeless dude.
This shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, the pranks this year that he put this season or
I need to check this out. I'm probably gonna check this shit out tonight. Like
him with his head shaved is interesting.
Yeah, him with his head shaved is wild.
Yeah, like you heard like how every season he tries to do a different look. So like last year he was like skinny and he grew out his hair. So this year he did the opposite and he got tanned and he got fat and he shaved his head. And,
This guy literally got fat just to look different.
He shaved his pubes. He got his pubes waxed.
Really?
There's a video on YouTube.
He's just a fucking that man's a nut.
He's
he's a great nut.
Would you guys be down for the ass wax?
Ass
What kind
wax?
of question is this?
Let's get into it.
I think so. Yeah.
What kind of question is this?
I'd
Live?
be down. I'd be down for it. Don't kill me. That's actually jokes. They made the construction worker jerk him off.
The editing on the show is so fucking jokes.
It's kind of a long way from the first season, the first batch of people.
But like, yeah, would you ever get your ass waxed? Like just to experience that?
No.
Balls and ass.
No, why?
Just to see.
No. That's what like porn stars do.
I mean, you wouldn't have to shave for like, I don't know, a minute, right?
Yeah.
The only man's doing it like porn stars and shit.
They do it.
They looking clean.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not checking.
Not that I'm looking at that.
Too late.
Not that I'm looking at that.
Too late. Did you guys see that whole the Dave Chappelle thing?
The Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just quickly, we could talk on that. It's the same shit. He's getting finessed.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting finessed at her in all these industries, people. So
Yeah.
it's it just sucks. And his was he doesn't want anybody to watch the Chappelle show on Netflix, which just got pulled from Netflix, or on HBO Max, I believe, because he's not getting paid for it at all. Because he signed a contract back in the day when he was desperate. Obviously, we've all heard this story.
Bro, that's like the most.
It's like selling your masters, basically.
Yeah,
which I mean, obviously,
masters.
if you sign on a show for Comedy Central, like you're not making money off that shit. Especially if you like, maybe he probably would be if it didn't end the way it did. But
I was just gonna say that's the problem with the entertainment industry. You know, a lot of artists get stuck into these like not so great contracts early on because it's just like so easy to get a person who has nothing to sign something.
Exactly. And that's what he was saying.
That's going to just elevate your life.
His girl was pregnant at the time. He was broke. Even though he had been in like a couple movies, it was those are just a couple gigs, you know, where he had a little bit of money for like maybe a little bit. And comedy obviously is not paying that much unless you're top. So yeah. He had to do what he had to do, and people the people that he felt he could trust in the room at the time were like, "Yo, this is a great deal."
Yeah.
And he signed away his likeness, his name.
I mean, there was no reason for that show to be what it turned into. It could have been, you wouldn't know all the amount of fucking pilots and sketches shows that Comedy Central has had. There was probably tons of them before and after. Mm-hmm. His was the biggest one, and obviously because he signed that original contract, he's not going to be making as much money and they saw how much money he could be making, and they're gonna try to make as much money from it too.
Exactly, and that's what he said. Yeah, he's like, he was calling out the accountants that work for these companies. He's like, take a look at how much money that show made, and check how much I got paid off of that show, and how much these gatekeepers, the people that were making the contracts, the companies got paid instead. And that's why one of the reasons why he left in the first place. And
it's crazy that people would still be confused as to why he turned down the $50 million. You know, like I'm sure he probably still gets that question.
Jeez.
And it's like he's not only has, if you watch some of the more recent stand-ups, he doesn't obviously explain what happened explicitly, but that story he tells about like the pimp and stuff, I'm pretty sure that it gives you the idea of what happened. Like he got into a bad deal and they were forcing him to basically work, without the proper compensation and beyond that. Like they're working him like he was working 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
Tasing.
And he never saw his kids. He would see his kids for like an hour, half an hour a day.
Like it's fun, I'm sure, making that shit, but like it's probably got super stressful, and at a certain point when you realize you're not making as much as you should for the amount of work you're putting in, and he probably realized it's not even like his show that he's putting in work for. He's basically bringing up the whole, like, he was probably bringing up the stock numbers of Comedy Central itself, you know what I mean? Like,
and that's the thing where I feel like it's not fair, man. And like, I understand signing off, obviously we're not supposed to sign these contracts. Done, first one, but I feel like there should be some type of deal made. Like if I make you this amount of money, or if we see the shit popping off, let's renegotiate at the very least.
Yeah.
You know, let's at least sit down and have a conversation about, okay, what can we do next? And how can we, you know, actually get you to stay? Because it's like they don't care to keep them.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Netflix did. Netflix decided, I'm not going to pay them. Let's just pull it.
Yeah.
I can't believe they did that. I feel like they make so much money off him.
They do, and he said he fucks with Netflix
because
he came back with Netflix.
And I'll be honest,
he signed a huge bag contract for those specials he did.
Yeah, great. Netflix has been one of the greatest things to come for comics, I think, in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they really have brought back the whole stand-up comedy routine and specials, and they're making them really, really mainstream.
Even though most of them are shit, but
yeah.
I mean, Netflix selection of comics may not be the best, but it's definitely a nice platform for these comics to do some great stuff on there. So I'll say that's a good thing.
Yeah,
but
I get you.
Not always gonna make the right moves.
But yeah, people, that's what it is, man. You don't sign off on those contracts. This is what it leads to. Own your shit as much as you can.
I mean, yeah, back then, like, you know, maybe now it might be a little bit easier, but I probably would never sign a label contract, but a TV deal, bro, like, that's a different, it just seems different. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
Yeah, it is. It is the same shit, for sure,
It's the same shit at the end of the day. It's the same shit. But yeah, that's all my topics for today. Anybody want to say anything else? Or
I think this has been a solid pod. I think we had some great conversations. Hope everyone listening got a bit of value from what we were talking about at some point.
Yeah, it feels good to be back.
We took a little, it's been about a 3-week break since we recorded one, believe it or not. Yeah. And we're going to end the year off strong and come back even stronger next year. Unless the Rona gets us first. But, you know, we should be fine.
Mans have like 14 videos to edit,
You're wild.
That's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
I'm cheesed.
Good luck.
Don't kill me. But it's just wild to think about because I'm just like, yo.
That's a good thing. And a bad thing.
I know all this shit's gonna, you know, it's all gonna work out at the end, but fuck, man, I just need some money right now. Like, if these you could just, you know, actually.
I feel like that's where we are right now, where it's like we have the work. Yeah. The work is there, but it's like the compensation isn't.
It's not there for
not fully yet.
Yeah.
Oh, also want to, if anybody's down, I'm putting this out here. If anybody's down for the grind, if you actually want to do this shit, hit us up, yo. I need an editor.
We need an editing intern.
We need an editor. We need somebody to help us out with the podcast. We need people that are just down. We're not gonna pay you. I'm telling you straight right now, because I'm not getting paid, so you're not getting paid.
And if you think that's if you're not cool with that, then just like
don't hit us up.
Just pretend like we didn't.
Say it. You'll get paid for some things.
Little
things here and there.
When we can pay you,
when you get paid, you might get paid.
So I'm using the word intern, not to finesse you, but because interns don't get paid. Yeah. So it's okay.
Yeah, intern.
I can't legally hire you and not pay you.
I think it's okay. Yeah, like the whole unpaid intern thing is a problem, but when the CEO is also unpaid, then it's fine. I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to help out with the podcast, video shoots, day-to-day shit with Lost Nostalgia or
BTS, bro.
BTS, anything.
You just want to learn, you know?
I know Gothro wants to help out, but I feel like I want to pay Gothro. You know what I mean? But I know he'd be down. But
yeah, you just need to edit on Premiere. PC, Mac doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, but Premiere and maybe know a little bit of Photoshop and a little bit of After Effects,
which you could learn on the job.
Yeah. You'll get better at it as you.
If it's something that you think that you might be good at, but you just don't, you don't like the YouTube.
I don't mind sitting down
and
and trying to teach you, because we have, for example, the type of work that you'd be getting is the podcast or like our reactions on YouTube. We get you to edit those, and that's light editing. Like that's
you just look at a formula.
That's good shit for the basics, you know.
Yeah, that's where you just you get your reps in and you just learn how to do the shit properly. Right?
Yeah. So yeah, let us know. Hit us up. Hit up the emails you see. Go to the Instagram and hit the fucking contact button, and our emails right there. So, or go to our website, lostnostalgia.co. Anyways, that is it for the podcast today. Thank you once again for checking out the Lost and Talks podcast, episode 59.
59.
Oh, the 50s took a long time, but now I'm thinking about it. It was just that break that we did.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for listening. Catch you guys in the next one.